What's up, folks? When it comes to the villains, Batman's villains are hard to beat. From a brilliant masterminds to men who weaponize fear to those obsessed with condiments, Batman has seen it all. With the upcoming Batman Part 2, I'm thrilled, especially since first film is one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites because it's closest one I got, basically we got since the Christopher Nolan Batman, like the Dark Knight, and with the Christian Bale Batman was good. That was a most realistic Batman we had since. And then Ben Affleck was the basically most closest one to the comics in terms of being realistic. Christian Bale was good, and then after that the Batman with Robert Pattinson, and now we have the second movies coming up. The way they reinvented the Riddler was impressive in it. I'm excited to see how other villains might be reimagined in this grounded universe. By the way, comment below who is your favorite Batman, either in animation or in live action. Now let's explore potential villains for a sequel. Penguin is the first one since we are getting the kind of spin-off series of Penguin. The Batman movie set him up a major player in Gotham's criminal war. With the Falcon gun, Penguin is poised to raise. His own series will further develop his character, making him compelling choice for the sequel. Though he is great villain, I prefer him as a secondary threat rather than the main antagonist. I'm eager to see the new characters introduced. Even though he's a perfect villain, but let me tell you, we need someone more dangerous, someone who's more threatening. For the next one, we got the Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze is the characters many fans want to see. His tragic story, personal motivates, makes him unique villain. Instead of traditional antagonist, Freeze's quest to save his wife, fresh, dynamic. His icy power could also add a new supernatural element to the universe, which is, I'm not really a fan of it. They can show the Mr. Freeze the way that like some scientist with some weapon that could make ice, especially with the ending of the first Batman. Now the city is whole under the water, the most of the city, and that could be a very, very good time for Mr. Freeze to show up in order to save his wife and use that situation and environment to beat the Batman. And for the next one, we got Clayface. Clayface is arguably the most underrated villain in my opinion. His ability to change appearance and his tragic backstory make him a perfect choice. He could bring a mix of suspense and action, challenging Batman in a new way. Though introducing a supernatural villain again, it's hard and it could be a big shift, and I'm not really a fan of it in my personal opinion. But that could be one of the choices, and or either they can come up with I don't know. I don't got it in my mind, but maybe they can change it the way that could fit the realistic world, like someone who can really do the green, but I don't know, something like that way. But in the end, still Clayface's potential is perfect for this movie. He could add the new layer of excitement to the franchise, in my opinion. And also, we got this one, which is kind of interesting and could be one of the main villains in the upcoming Batman, since we got some basically rumors, which is Hush. Tommy Elliot, or Hush, is another strong candidate. He has a personal vendetta against Bruce Wayne, which could add a depth to the sequel. Hush's story is tied to the Bruce's past, and his motivations could create a gripping plot. However, Hush shares some similarities with the Riddler, so it might be best to save him for future films, or try to develop his character the way that really he'd be way more dangerous than the Riddler. The Riddler was dangerous and smart, but we need someone more dangerous, more chasing for like that Batman or Bruce Wayne. The fact that Hush is the villain that's kinda having a problem with Bruce Wayne, that could be add some scenes, add some stories, which you can see the Hush in the Wayne's basically mansion, and he's trying to go for a Bruce Wayne, and that's the part that could be way more interesting in my opinion. That could be one of the good choices for it, if they can develop it well. Generally, after all that, considering all the options, Clayface stands out for the best choice in my opinion. If you got any, just comment below. But before that, let me finish this. His unique powers and backstory offer fresh storyline opportunity. The storytelling is gonna be perfect if they wants to come up with the basically Clayface. However, a combination of villains could work well. Let's start it this way. With the Hush for potential stakes, then introduce Clayface for dramatic shift and perhaps his Mr. Phrase for the future film. Or they can come up with an idea that we have just the Hush for the future film. If they can bring the Hush for a future film, that will be something tricky too. That in the end, when Batman's all defeated all, the Hush come up, says, pal, we need to talk. That's the thing. In the end, Batman has a rich array of villains to choose from. Whoever they pick, as long as it's not basically some cliche villain, which is basically my favorite, like Joker. Joker is like, now it's like we got a lot of adaptation from Joker. As long as they don't pick like someone like Joker for like this basically sequel which is coming, that's fine. They can use a Joker, but not for at the least next 2 films. Joker needs to come up in the situation which we can get the new experience with it. Otherwise, it's gonna be the same thing over the past 2 decades we had with like Batman. You know, we need someone new. We need some fresh taste of the movies, Batman movies. You know, basically. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. And if I didn't mention it, or you know any other villains that can be good candidate for this franchise, just comment below. See you next time.